John King for the Sprawl, alongside the owner of Empire and president of UK Fighting Championships, Jake Cross. Jordan, the fourth event tonight. It's been successful so far.
Yeah,
we're just going on to the main event.
Yes.
What do you make of this?
It's a slow start.
Yeah.
Gritted our teeth, got through the first few fights, because we'll be honest. But then as soon as we got to that middle card, it's been fight of the night after fight of the night after fight of the night, and that's all we can ask for. We just had a middleweight title. Justin Billington, legit as hell, is like 16-1 now. He's only 19 years old. Then we had a fight of the night with Callum McDonald versus Callum McVeigh, fourth round. Yeah. What more do you want as a fight fan? Ticket money is paid for right there.
Yeah, of course. You obviously mixed it up tonight, as you did the last show we were at, was the second show. We started with boxing and then we went on to MMA. Yeah. Is that something you found important to kind of mix it up a little bit?
I think, we'll be honest, you have to make the show viable. You have to make it so we can do these shows in these arenas. So if you have a boxer that sells tickets and wants to come on this show, then we'll do it. Otherwise, we like to stick to the MMA. We'll be honest, the MMA is why we're here, but we're not scared to have it's mixed martial arts for a reason. If the fights are there and the fun fights and the good fights, we'll have them. But MMA's shown how strong it is in the UK and how strong it is in the Northwest tonight. Yeah.
Obviously, this is only your fourth show with UKFC. And although it's a good show, there must be improvements that you see as a promoter. There's always improvements that you have to see. Is there anything in particular that stood out to you tonight?
Always, I'm my worst critic. You'll see through Empire, it's built over 5 years. I always want to make things better, always. And the same with UKC, that's why I'm here with Robin Stee. I always throw ideas straight afterwards. They may not like them, they may not think it works for them, the promotion, but I'll always push what I think's best. I'll be very independent, I'll put it down the middle, and I think it's best for fight fans. Like even tonight, we closed the other side of the arena because we wanted the fans to create an atmosphere, and the atmosphere has been electric, and that's exactly what we wanted. All night, that's all. Yeah. What more can you ask for? Yeah.
Does it ever get any easier?
No, it feels like it gets harder, and then you wake up on the Sunday morning, you're aching as hell, but then let's do it all again.
Yeah. It's what we love to do, so I imagine you must enjoy every bit of it. What's the plan after the show? Obviously, for the fighters and the fans, it's go home, maybe have a few drinks, but for you, you've got to pack everything away and you've got to sort out what goes on after the event. Talk about that.
Oh, we've actually got to literally get the cage out now, literally after this main event. We've got to pack it all on because the Guildhall have got an event tomorrow, which can't thank the Guildhall enough. They go through everything for us, make sure we've got enough time, enough people to make things sorted. But yeah, it's just straight to the grind again. We've got, luckily, Miami next week for Steve Nightingale Stag Do, which we're all going to look forward to, and then back to the grind, get matchmaking for October 7th and beyond.
Yeah, of course. There's a lot of amateur fighters on the show. It's kind of built around amateur fighters, with obviously tonight only the top 3 fights being professional. Is it a hope for you? You know, there's a lot of good guys on this show, amateur. You know, it's sad, but people kind of look at amateur MMA as it's amateur, it's not going to be too good. But you've proven tonight there's a lot of good guys. You know, even you just mentioned Justin Billington, 16-1 or so now. He said that he wants to kind of be on the October card. Is there a hope that you have all these guys on as amateurs and then as pros they kind of come back to you?
Yeah, of course. We think, like, we've got John O'Mears that, he might not have fought an amateur on UK Fighting Championships, but I've worked on other shows that he's been on and he's grappled at my Empire event. So that's why I want to breed the best fighters, and I want the best for them fighters. John O'Mears just gone out there, first round TK, not the exact fight he wanted, but he wanted the experience at pro, and he'll build from it. And then we've got Carl Burton, who's been on 3 out of the 4 shows, and I think he only missed the last one because of a knee injury. He just wants to constantly fight and build on himself and gain the experience. But the amateurs, like going forward, you've got Martin Chester, Connor Hitchens, Carolina Walsh, who just won the women's strawweight title. She's a beast. She is one to watch. 6-7-1 now. Debut, lost last year. UKFC won in May, and then won 7 in a row, and most of them by standing TKO, which is crazy. But yeah, we'll build on the amateurs and we'll create pros from there.
Joanna Jędrzejczyk-esque.
She's getting there. She's learning very fast. She's learning more and more English. She shouted out at Cora McKenna tonight, who beat her in the first fight. She wants her. She wants to get that loss back. So Cora McKenna, there's a title waiting for you if you want it.
We also spoke to John James tonight after his emphatic armbar win. He still wants Mavan Mokaev. He says on the show in October he wants to defend his title. Is that a possibility?
We're hoping so. We're in talks with them about that. I think that's a fight everyone wants to see. In my eyes, John James is the #1. But then on the flip side, with Mohamed Mokiev, he can say he's the #1. Yeah. We've seen what John James has done. He won the title greatly, and then he defended it twice by armbar against tough opponents, top 5, top 3 opponents. So I don't know what more is left to play about from Mohamed Mokiev, and maybe someone like Liam Gittins, who's a good test. Yeah. Amateurs there to gain the experience, so that's what we want to build.
Yeah. As I mentioned, it's been a really fun show. Is there anything in particular that's kind of stuck to you, positive-wise, any good fights?
Callum McDonald was Callum McVeigh. To me, he's probably fight of the night. Yeah. I think the performances from Pedro Bessa and BJ and Court that have come down, they've come down, gaining literally away territory here, hostile territory, beating Sean Watson, beating Conor Hitchens, losing a close fight, even though it was a submission loss to Martin Chester. They've come here to put a finger. And then we've got like SBG Allen coming over, Danny Nyland, John Caver in the corner. Danny Nyland lost the last fight against Carolina and has come back and finished the next girl, and she's just been speaking to me outside. She wants to get a couple more fights, drop down to 150, and she wants Carolina. So I think that 115-pound title could get very interesting over the next few fights. Yeah.
Is this something you're looking to bring in more? You know, you've obviously got a few amateur titles, a few on the line tonight. Are you looking for pro titles in the future, or is that not in the future?
Well, the last fight we had Steve Nightingale against Andrzej Skalnik for the bantamweight European title. So we'll bring Andrzej back at some point. We don't know who against yet. It might be Steve as a rematch because it was a great fight up until a defeat. So we'll think about that. But yeah, but if the fighters are there, we'll go again.
Yeah. What's next? Because you obviously have an October 7th show, as you mentioned. I know you're probably going to say on this one, but any matchups confirmed? Anything we can look forward to for that one?
Nothing confirmed yet. We're in talks. Hopefully that John James Mohamed Mokiev gets done. We're looking over. We need to match champions like Callum Mullen. Speaking to Justin Burlington, he wants to turn pro as a welterweight now. So that middleweight title might become vacant. We might do another 4-man tournament again. That was fun. Lightweight title's vacant. We might do a 4-man title with that one. We've got other females that want to fight for titles. Could do a 1-2-5 title, 1-3-5 title. So we'll bring the titles here if the fighters are there and the fighters want them. So yeah, we'll do anything that the fighters need to make the show better. Yeah.
We see you around every show. You see Tanko, Obama, just helping around backstage. How much does doing that on different shows help you kind of better this show?
Just getting the experience. Like, I think, what was it now? My last fight myself, amateur, was just round the corner in Preston, March 2012. And I knew from there, inside the cage is not my thing, apart from with the mic. So I was ready to step into, I did an interclub, and I thought, I can do this. I'm good at organising, created Sub-North, created Grapple Nation, now created Empire. Yeah. I've worked at FCC, I've worked, Carl Prince has given me a time on Tanko and Ice, and then Robin Steve brought me in. I just want to gain the experience. You're here for the same reason as me, passion, we love this sport. I want to do anything to make the sport the biggest, not in the world, sorry, not in the country, not in Europe, the world. Yeah.
I must say you've done a much better job than a lot of big promotions, treating press well. It's hard to get anything out of a lot of big promotions, but with you I've had constant updates with fight cards and changes and that, so I appreciate that. Thanks for your time.
No worries,
Good luck with the next show. Thank you.
Thanks guys.